Welcome to episode 19 of the Get Real Gaming Podcast. It's the show where we get real, talking about the latest video game news and releases. I'm Richard, and with me is my Twitch copyright-free co-host, Lawrence. Lawrence, how you doing today?
I'm all right. How about you?
You're all right? Yeah, I'm all right. We're all right.
Yeah.
So what about you makes you copyright-free?
Well, whenever I do any music, I get replaced by any like a copyright-free music track. It's great.
Right. So what's your normal standard of music recording then? What is your normal go-to?
Heavy metal.
What do you sound like? Heavy metal. And what do you usually get replaced with?
You know the music that's get used at usual like makeup tutorials on YouTube. Plinky
Yes.
Punky shite. Yeah, that.
Yeah, all those ones that we watch.
Yeah.
The makeup tutorials, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to do makeup somehow.
One way or the other.
One
it
way or
must
the
be
other.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good, Lawrence. And that is referencing something I guess we'll talk about a little bit later on.
Oh, we will
Right,
definitely be talking about it later on. We will definitely be talking about it later on.
Once again, I'm kind of out of the loop of what we're talking about today. So Lawrence is in control of the situation as always. But
Chaos
I'm
reigns.
just the puppet. I'm just a puppet on strings.
I have
Lawrence
no
is-
strings to hold me down.
Lawrence,
What?
Persona 5 Strikers is out today.
Yeah, can we hurry up because I want to go play it?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Just end the podcast now. End the podcast now. I need to go play
End
it.
it now.
End it now. Go.
Also, Curse of the Dead Gods
Never heard of it.
and is out today. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. Wasn't that announced? When was that announced?
I was announced at the direct, the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah,
which
that was
is
quite
also
recently, wasn't it?
what we'll be talking about today.
Comes out on the 25th. And then another announcement from the Nintendo Direct, Bravely Default 2. Was it an announcement or was it just a trailer?
It was just a trailer because the release date was announced like ages ago.
Yeah, that comes out on the 26th.
I'm looking forward to playing that. It's meant to be like hard in it, but you know,
I didn't play the first one.
I've played a little bit
but
of the first one, but I don't think you need to play the first one to play this one.
What is Persona 5 Strikers like?
I don't know until I play it.
Right, very good.
It's meant to be like Dynasty Warriors, kind of like the Breath of the Wild version.
Oh, yeah.
But with more story.
Okay, well, that's kind of interesting then.
It's meant to be a sequel to Persona 5, which is ironic because Persona 5 isn't on PC or Switch.
Was it made by... It's also coming on PS4, actually.
Yeah, it's on PS4.
Was it made by the Dynasty Warriors dudes?
Yes.
Right, okay. So that's going to be very interesting then. Because didn't they just... it wasn't long ago that they did Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Mm-hmm. So they're pumping out games right now.
And I have played a little bit of the combat when I had the Japanese version. It's cool because you can be fighting and hacking and slashing, and then you can pause time and treat it like an actual Persona 5 RPG. And all the weaknesses and all the stat types and everything like that is all in there.
That's awesome. Very nice.
Very looking forward to it. Very looking forward to it.
Okay, well, what other than... I already know your answer for next week at this point, but what have you been playing this week, Lawrence?
I've only been playing one game.
You've only been playing one game?
One game all week.
And is it Final Fantasy 14?
It is Final Fantasy 14. Please help. This is a turn to an addiction at this point.
Oh, God. Do we need to send someone?
Yes, please. Staged intervention.
Okay. So what's drawn you in so hard into Final Fantasy 14?
Everything.
Really?
Everything. It's all
What about...
too good.
So have you finished all of the starter
No.
stuff now? No.
No.
Do you know how many hours you put into the game at this point?
Too many.
Is there a timer?
I could check.
Not a timer.
Let me just...
You should check.
let me
I'll try to hold the line
Let
while
me just try and figure out how to check.
here.
Give me a moment.
This is like the third week that you've mentioned Final Fantasy 14 now, so I'm assuming. Have you got the numbers there?
I do.
There?
Oh God, I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Oh my God, I do.
Oh God, how many hours?
Well,
How many days?
6 days and 9 hours and 22 minutes.
No, Lawrence. We need to get you on a different game.
There is no other game. It's just Final Fantasy.
Well, we have season 2 for Call of Duty Cold War this,
I'm looking
this
forward
Thursday.
to this.
You're going to be jumping into Outbreak.
As Count Dooku once said, I've been looking forward to this.
Very good. Hopefully that's going to be quite interesting because we're going to have an open world zombies.
Yes, that's what I'm looking forward to.
You're looking forward to that in particular?
Yes. Me, excited for zombie game mode.
Who'd have thought? I think, isn't it going to be on the Fire Team? Oh no, is it going to be on the Blackout map?
I don't know.
Something?
I honestly don't know. I've not done my research, and I'm just going to kind of hang back and just experience it as is, I imagine.
I've been trying to watch information and videos on Outbreak mode, and it looks like there's going to be quite a few different objective style things to do.
That's
lots of different type of objectives to accomplish when you go in, and you can kind of transition quite quickly from one game to the next. Like if you complete objectives or you die or you teleport out or something. I think they've kind of streamlined the gaming flow a bit. So hopefully that is true, and that's what we'll see, and we'll probably talk about it next week. But
yeah,
I'm excited. I'm excited to get into it.
There is something else I think happening this weekend at time of recording. I think it's the Pokemon stream this weekend.
Oh, the Pokemon, is it an anniversary stream or is it
it's the Pokemon anniversary stream.
Yeah, because it's also the Pokemon's, is it 25th?
Yeah, but who really cares about Pokemon? I mean, we're all really here for Zelda, right?
Oh, it's only the biggest franchise in the world.
Nah, it's not. Not compared to Zelda.
It is bigger than Zelda, you know it. But we will be watching, I suppose, the Pokemon thing as well and taking a look into that.
And if not, I'm sure Chris will let us know what's going on.
Oh yeah, Chris will let us know either way, won't he?
Yeah, either way, he'll be there. It's like, actually, guys, did you know that the new Pokemon card's coming out and it's probably going to be like mint 10 and it's going to be so much money?
It will be mint 10 if you pull it out and it's perfect condition, no error, no printing errors, no bends in the card. Okay, I'm also kind of I need to stop talking about Pokemon cards.
Yeah, see, you're all nerdy for it, and me and Sam are just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but then you can get Sam into talking about Warhammer for a moment, and we'll lose him into the dark depths.
And I'm just sat there, just like, I'm just gonna go play Final Fantasy.
Yeah, anybody mentions F, the letter F.
I'm gonna play on the Final Fantasy trading card game.
Is there a Final Fantasy trading card game?
There is a Final Fantasy trading card game.
Oh, there is a Final Fantasy trading card game. I've seen those cards.
Yeah, and it's quite. It's not popular over here, but it's quite popular over in Asia and all that.
Yeah, you know what else is popular in Japan as well? The Dragon Ball Z trading card game.
There's a Dragon Ball Z trading card game?
Oh, there's a Dragon Ball. Oh my god, the cards look amazing.
See, I want to get the Final Fantasy ones just for the artwork, because the artwork on that is really cool.
The Dragon Ball Z ones are some of the best ones.
Much nerd.
Yeah,
we are. Have a nerd.
Wow. Okay, well. This week, Lawrence, I have been playing a lot of Call of Duty.
I know you lot have been playing a lot of Call of Duty.
But me personally, I have been absolutely smashing Call of Duty because it's the end of the season on Thursday, as we mentioned earlier, and I wanted to reach rank 200. And I was 154 at the start of the week, and or 154 come Saturday or Sunday. And then I think in one day I did 30 levels. And then now I'm at 198, and I've already completed all of my zombie rank progression challenges because you unlock the last one at 190.
Right.
So I'm just gonna fill out the last two now that double XP is over. It was really because double XP was on this weekend that I wanted to smash it out. Mm-hmm. But I've been playing some more Elder Scrolls Online as well. I'm enjoying that because I made a new character.
Oh yes.
So I made my our main D&D campaign, our fantasy one. I made my character in ASO there, and so I've been running around
this week for reasons. Which is fine. And we're okay with this.
Yeah, like, because in Elder Scrolls, I have only ever been like the tank. So the one complaint I always have is that I never do any damage. So I literally can't really play anything by myself because I'm so heavy into the tank that if I go into a dungeon,
that's what you're trying to tell me, you don't have enough dips.
I don't have any dips. I have hips and I have no dips.
Wait, you have hips, not dips. The
hell is hips? Don't lie.
I'm a tanky Final Fantasy 14. The hell is hips?
Hips, like HPs.
It sounds like it's a disease that you need to go to doctors and find out. No, you don't have hips. Hips is not your thing. That's the healer's thing.
Yeah, but I'm so tanky.
You have Ags.
I have 40,000+ health as a tank, which is kind of a lot of health, and I'm not even very far into champion points.
This is going to sound very confusing for non-MMO players.
Yeah, but if you are an MMO player, you'll... Yeah, so if you're a tank, basically in MMOs, you normally have like kind of a class that you will play. So there's like damage dealers whose main purpose is to obviously do a lot of damage, but they're weak in terms of like health, or maybe one is very stamina focused, so they have a lot of stamina abilities, or maybe they're very magic focused, they have a lot of magic abilities, and you have to balance your stamina, your magic, and your health between your class to how you want to build. So you've got damage dealers, then you've got healers, and obviously their job is magic and healing. And then you've got tanks, and tanks' jobs is to do no stamina, no magic. Well, obviously you do a bit, but their main priority is to get as big and buff and soak up as much damage as possible. But your trade-off is that you don't do any damage to any enemies, and you have to rely on the rest of your team to do it.
Yeah, you basically protect the party.
Yeah, so anytime that I'm playing Elder Scrolls, normally, up until this point, obviously, I was playing just a tank, and so I could never really play by myself, or, I didn't want to play by myself because I would go into dungeons and just, like, I couldn't fight things because it would just be like, just standing there like a big sponge, sneezing on the enemies, pretending that I'm doing any sort of damage. It took me lifetime. I mean, it would never die, but it would take me too long to do anything.
Right.
And so I...
See, that's strange, because the difference for me, especially in 14, as a tank, I can go into a dungeon and solo it very easily because I'm a tank, but because of my obviously weapons and stuff like that, I can go in and actually play the game by myself if I wanted to. I don't, but I could.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think in Final Fantasy 14, there's a slight difference that you can swap kind of your skill set on the fly, kind of, right?
Just not in combat though. So once you're in a dungeon, you're stuck to that like tank role,
right?
Yeah, but they do allow you to tank and spank, as they say.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm assuming. Well, in Elder Scrolls, I'm sure you can also build your tank to not be so heavy tank and also do damage dealing. But I built my guy as a solo, like I'm only purely a tank. That's my job, because I really only ever play Elder Scrolls anyway when I'm playing in my party with my friends. So, but now I have a new character. This is why we brought this whole thing up for the last few minutes. I have a new character now, and he is in Elder Scrolls, it's called Nightblade, and he has just joined a thieves guild, and he does assassin-y things, and he's like a kind of a swashbuckling Spanish.
Sounds a lot like Cassio del Toro.
That is who it is. It's
Cassio El Di Torio.
Yeah, that's who he is. He is a Khajiit in Elder Scrolls. That's the race for the
cat people.
Cat people. Yeah. So yeah, I'm hopefully I can. He's going to be kind of like a stamina fighter. So I'm hoping he's going to be like a dual wielding, heavy stamina damage is what I want. So it's nice to have more than.
Are you saying that it's time to duel?
Is this a segue, Lawrence?
No.
I don't know if this is or isn't a segue. You're going to have to tell me.
It's not a segue. It's just me being nerdy as shit.
It would have been great if you had a Yu-Gi-Oh! News article that you wanted to talk about this week. And
that would have been prime.
However, what you have done is you've broken up me going on forever. So let's move into the news.
Let's get right into the news. So you know Rockstar, right?
Rockstar, yeah.
So
Yeah.
So you got into detention. You remember that we talked last week about these people reverse engineering GTA 3 and Vice City?
Yeah.
Well, Rockstars came down on them hard like a brick.
Oh no, what's happening?
Basically, they've received a DMCA notice from Take-Two, which is the parent company of Rockstar.
Yes, Take-Two. Well, we can expect it from Take-Two, can't we? Because we weren't sure what was going to happen.
We said Take-Two would get on their asses because Take-Two are, I can't say it that legally.
No. They're
Anyway.
a big company with a lot of money. That's what they are.
Yeah.
And the only way to get money is to
Have all the money.
have all the money. Yeah. So, well, that's kind of, so it's gone forever, is it now?
It's DMCA'd, basically. Dead. Be gone.
Dead on arrival.
Yep. Rip.
That reminds me of the Halo. When they did the Halo mod, that was kind of like the old developers of Halo Online. It was Halo Online.
Oh,
I think it was just called Halo Online, and they had made a free to download version of Halo Online with like a ranking system with some old map designs that never made the cut and stuff. And Microsoft were just like a big no to that, and then we're like, oh, but everybody wants it, so let's do it on Master Chief Collection. And since then, they've been trying to make Master Chief Collection that a bit more. Okay.
Oh, Christ almighty.
Uh-oh.
This is not just bad. This is infuriating news. It's not even bad news. It's infuriating news. Very infuriating. I'm not happy anymore.
Okay, what's happening, Lawrence?
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is delayed as its developers are replaced.
This is a game that only a few people probably care about.
Quite a lot of people care about the Bloodlines.
So what's happened?
So basically, they delayed the game into the latter half of this year, but Paradox has now postponed Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 out of 2021. It was meant to come out last year.
Oh my god.
And basically the developer, Hardsuit Labs, has been taken off the project.
So are they the original developers?
They're the original developers. Have been taken off the project, and they've been the game has now been passed over to a new studio partner to finish the work.
Oh my god.
When the Hardsuit Labs was made up of the developers of the original Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 1 team. So it's strange because it's Paradox. Paradox are generally really good.
Yeah.
But apparently Bloodlines 2 has been stricken with setback after setback, with the lead writer Brian Misota suddenly fired along with the creative director Kai Clooney a week after the game's delay into 2021. And then a few months later, the senior narrative designer Cara Ellison left the Bloodlines team. This all occurred a year after a half-hour Gamescom demo. So it's not looking good. It looks like Bloodlines 2 is following in the footsteps of Bloodlines 1.
That's sad and unfortunate.
Sad. So, on to some more funnier news.
Yeah.
Stadia.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is pretty funny now that you mention it.
It's always a giggle.
Yeah.
Well, Stadia
Yeah.
The Stadia
that makes the Stadia.
Yeah, the Stadia's 4K gaming claim has been is coming back to haunt them.
As a ghost.
As a ghost, because it's haunting it in the style as a class action lawsuit.
Oh, another class action lawsuit.
Google, ID Software, and Bungie are all targeted for allegedly misleading consumers.
Oh my god. Wait, who? What? Google?
Google, ID Software,
ID?
and Bungie.
Bungie? I thought that's what you said, and I was...
Bungie.
What's going on with Bungie here?
Bungie was called out because the complaint stated that the studio knew or should have known that Google was making misleading statements about the Stadia Pro's subscription plan in that Destiny 2 would not be playable at the 4K 60 FPS gameplay that the Stadia Pro service offered, and that consumers were being misled about Destiny 2.
So it's a Destiny 2 shenanigan.
Yeah, it's basically they're getting hit by it via association.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm kind of not surprised.
No.
Considering it's Destiny 2, but
yeah, and I'm not surprised because it's Google.
Yeah.
Where's the Google Glass? Come on, Google.
Is 4K not even a thing then on the Stadia?
No, it was meant to be. Apparently, ID was targeted regarding its initial claim of Doom Eternal being playable in true 4K on Stadia, which they later walked back to 1080p at 60 FPS or unsampled to 2160p on 4K displays.
Oh,
so
that's harsh.
It's looking. It's like they've really got to be careful with what they say nowadays.
Well, I mean, when you sell a package for like $150 or $160 or whatever it was, to get yourself into Google Stadia and then have to pay a subscription, like you expect to be able to do, especially because it's Google, you expect it to be what they, are promising.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm surprised that they're not providing it, but it just comes down to your connection.
Yeah.
Because I was more worried about the fact that, like, maybe they'll offer a 4K stream, but you got to have like gigabit internet in order to run this or something. Like, I was assuming that it would be possible, but it would be up to the user themselves to have the connection to do it. But just for them to not provide it, that is that's unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate. And kind of going off, this isn't on my list, but I saw this in like the bar on the right. Apple, Apple. You like Apple?
I do, yeah.
Well, it's basically dragged Valve into the Epic versus Apple legal battle.
I know this story.
Yeah, and Valve is fighting back.
Valve said, "No bueno."
Valve says, "Get f***ed." Just bleep.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah.
In the edit, just bleep that because then that'll be funnier.
The thing is that they're not in the same competitive market.
No.
The lawsuit relating to Fortnite is more about the iOS store and the App Store. Well, Valve doesn't have any marketplace there currently. They do have an app, and you can, but it's for the PC. It's for the Steam Link. It's not related to.
Yeah, but Apple just wants money.
They want to try and make a point by using Valve's data to basically say, look, we're not that big of a competition. Look at Valve. And Valve is essentially going, why would we give you this information when it's not really relevant to your case in the first place?
Why would we give you our users' information? Squeeze me. Kindly do one.
I think they're trying to get data to support the idea that Apple is not as big a competition or a marketplace.
Yeah.
That, in order to try and
undermine.
Make them, funnily enough, make them look smaller in this gaming space, and Valve just didn't really want to be involved in that, I think.
Yeah, well, good on Valve.
Yeah, it's not relevant, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's relevant to mention that there are other marketplaces that Epic Games can sell their games on, but I think that the case is more related to the App Store and the legalities of using the App Store, and that's why it's not.
We're just a tiny indie team.
Yeah. It's complicated, but obviously Valve.
It's complicated, ongoing, and very weary.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty.
Oh God.
What do you know of it?
Bloody hell. Well, I know the TV show.
What about Resident Evil?
Oh God. Oh God.
What do you know of it?
I know. There's some games and there's a movie or two or something.
Do you like the two of them?
Yeah.
Well, good, because on Rainbow Six Siege, you're getting Rick and Morty and Resident Evil cosmetics.
Hold on a minute. Why? You didn't even ask me about Rainbow Six Siege.
Nope, but I wanted to throw that in there as a curveball.
I'm kind of glad that was the curveball, because I was worried that you were about to say that Resident Evil and Rick and Morty are doing like a game or something.
No, it's Rainbow Six Siege. It's just a load of cosmetics.
Oh, okay. So what can we expect for cosmetic wise? Is it replacing the operator skins or something?
It is. Funnily enough, yes.
Right.
You'll get for one of the operators, which I used to play. You get the Jill Valentine original start outfit.
Okay, so Jill.
Yeah, Jill. That's kind of all they revealed so far. the Rainbow Six Siege will feature an official collaboration with Rick and Morty and Resident Evil, and they've teased some of it in a closed preview event for the Siege's upcoming Crimson Heist season.
Christmas heist season.
Crimson Heist. Merry Christmas.
Merry Chrysler heist season.
Yeah, the Christmas season. But they've just basically announced it's happening. They haven't exactly showed things. It might be skins. It might be skins. You might be able to put a Rick Sanchez wig on an operator. Who knows?
That is going to be so strange. I mean, is it enough to keep? I mean, is Rainbow Six Siege struggling?
Oh no, nowhere near struggling. Nowhere near.
Okay, so this is just gonna,
but not Call of Duty.
And does Rainbow Six Siege have like its own like in-game currency?
Yes.
Okay, it does. And is that earnable without paying for it?
Yes. There's a battle pass and everything.
Okay, so there's a potential that you don't just have to pay for the skins.
Yes.
Okay, well that's not too bad then. So what else is there? Is there any other news for today?
There's one more news before we get to the moon.
One more.
Before we get to the moon. One more.
To the moon?
Moon. We're going to the moon.
We're going to the moon.
I love the moon because it is close to us.
Okay. What's the last bit of news?
Well, horror games.
Oh yeah.
Do you like them?
No. I'm not a fan, Lawrence.
Are you not a fan of horror games? Well, that's a shame because you're not going to like this next one.
Okay.
It's a horror game.
Oh
Funny
yeah.
Enough.
What is it?
You can be surprised at that. It's a horror game.
Okay.
It is a horror game starring a cat with a troubled past.
A cat with a troubled past.
Yes,
So this is a game announcement.
Well, there's a demo out, and I'm
a demo.
already sold. It's
So
a
a
game
demo
called
for a
Etched.
game.
It's a game called Etched Memories.
Yeah.
And waking up in the midst of a stormy night, a grey feline named Biscuit finds his mom nowhere in sight. Reads the game's theme page. It's a first-person / third-person indie horror cat simulator game. Feel what it's like to be Biscuit as he searches for his mum through his memories he has clung on to.
Aww.
This is a horror game,
But it's a horror game.
I am going to show you the picture of the cat via Discord.
Okay, yeah. Oh my god, so the picture of the cat has half its face kind of without an eye and some gross, like its jaw's been scarred and its fur is all messed up, but half of it's normal cat. So which half are you, Lawrence? Are you the...
Well, I'm clearly the one that you can't see, which is his arse.
Yeah. I love how the tagline is Scaredy Cat.
Yes. It is.
This reminds me, I mean, it doesn't anymore, but at first when you were talking about it, it reminded me of the news article from like a week or so ago. I'm not sure how long ago it was. There's like a Chinese TikTok or something, and it was like a cat, like an owner of a cat had gone out for Chinese New Year and left the cat at home. But saw it on the security camera, the cat on the security camera, and so was talking to the cat. The cat looked like it was going to cry because it missed its owner so much. And then it looked all teary-eyed. And then the owner comes home in the video. So he comes home and then the cat runs over. And it's quite funny. But
that's adorable.
That's just reminded me of that a bit. It's the horror video game.
But horror.
Yeah. When's this game scheduled to come out?
No idea.
No idea. And it was called... What was it called?
It was called... I think it's Etched Memories. Yeah,
right,
Etched
so
Memories.
I'm sure a horror game about a cat. I'm sure we'll see more of that.
We will. Let me just check the Steam page for everyone. So we can... Oh, no, it's just got the demo. There's no like store page. It is mostly negative. There's a lock-picking mini game with your paws. I you not. There is a lock-picking mini game with your paws on this game.
Oh my word!
It has an optional semi-open world hiking feature where players can just enjoy nature and explore if they choose to.
I'm watching the video now to have a look into this. Search for the clues to remember the past. Find your loved ones before it's too late. Oh. Okay, so there is some sort of... It's like a mystery thing as well.
It is.
Mystery and puzzle solving. I
But
see the cat. I see the cat breaking in through a window. It's got a cape on it. It's like first person with a cat paw. Are you sure this is not just...
The apple got me.
Are you sure this is not just Furries, the horror video game? Because it's a lot of first person paw on paw action here.
He's holding the keys and everything.
Holding the keys in his paws.
And he's lifting up bloody doors with his paw. And he's like on a boat, like a lilo, just pedaling.
It's fair to say that this is a realistic looking game in a non-realistic world, Lawrence.
Game of the year already. Just give him a game of the year.
This is it. It's Bug Snacks, but
Bug Snacks, but better.
Very good. Lawrence, let's start talking about other things that make us laugh, including BlizzCon 2021. Which is our main topic for today. One of our main topics. Diablo.
Oh, was the only thing there?
was the only thing that it was.
You can bleep me out, it's fine.
I have to mark every time.
Yes, more work.
Brilliant. So here are the things that they talked about and or announced at BlizzCon 2021, which happened last week.
Yeah, I would like to clarify though. Before BlizzCon happened, they leaked the whole World of Warcraft section.
Yeah,
which is the biggest bit.
and it's disappointing.
Oh, well, for me it is. Me personally, it's disappointing. I'm sure people. Oh no, actually, it was less disappointing. Just more empty. Like it felt like there was barely any meat to it. It
says here that they announced, I guess there's an expansion or something called Chains of Domination.
It's the patch. Yeah, it's the patch. It's the next patch for the expansion. Yeah.
So it's not a full expansion, or
no. The way that they do it is they give you the expansion, which is like the beginning, like the first chapter, and then they do usually 3 or 4 patches, which just advance the story along to the next expansion. And so you kind of get this disjointed story. And the thing is, in the trailer, they already spoil the main story beats of one of the main characters, of like what's happened to him, because we don't know.
Right.
And it's just like, why have you done this in the trailer when it would have been so much cooler to see it in game? And there's this whole like the way World of Warcraft do the story is that you are never the main source. You're never the main character. You are always the side character to everyone else. Like the main. Obviously, the main characters, and it's shit. To be quite frank, it's it's hard to get invested in a story when you're not the main character. When your character's not the main character, Elder Scrolls Online or Final Fantasy 14 do it infinitely better.
Yeah, because you're the main character.
Yeah, like in the Oblivion trailer, those like that party is totally the party that you'll play with in Elder Scrolls Online in Final Fantasy 14. The main like guy you see is the Warrior of Light, which is what you are in Final Fantasy 14. It's just better. And whilst WoW goes this whole, this is what's happening to all your favorite characters, and you're just like, well, where's me? Where am I in all this?
Yeah. They also announced Burning Crusade Classic servers for anyone who understands what that means.
It's basically the first
expansion
to WoW, because they have WoW Classic. But it's been tainted really bad. If you could pay for a leveling boost to get straight to the expansion, or if you already have a level 60 character, you can pay for a server transfer.
So you can just pay to move over to the expansion server.
to the expansion
And
server
how much?
rather than classic.
How much is that?
I think it's like 15 to 20 quid.
Okay, well that's
I
not
think,
too
but
bad.
yeah, but considering that you play this character up to 60 on WoW Classic, you're already paying a subscription. You have to pay a server
True.
a server transfer over to the new like expansion stuff. But you have to leave all your friends behind and stuff like that, and you can't go.
Oh, that's not very good.
It's shady. It's very Activision. It's not good. It's really not good. I think it's really anti-consumer. Considering that it's like you're already paying for the subscription, you should just be able to come and go from expansions as you please.
Yeah, that is, you expect it to be kind of embedded into the game itself, not having to change servers to do that.
It's kind of like Call of Duty with Black Ops, Modern Warfare, and Warzone.
Right, yeah. It's separated now.
Yeah, it's like separate programs, stuff like that. And it's not.
Yeah.
It's no bueno.
No. We also had Diablo 4 and Diablo 2 Resurrected.
I think this is the only decent part of the actual BlizzCon this year.
Yeah.
I think that we saw a bit of Diablo 4. It looked very good. I'm looking forward to it. But I'm looking forward to the Diablo 2 remake because I've never played Diablo 2. So I'm interested. I'm invested.
And they actually showed gameplay, I think, and it looked quite smooth, actually.
Yeah, and it's got
Like
the same
Diablo
art style
2.
as well. Which is cool.
So that's nice. I wonder how, like, in Diablo 2, were there, like, multiplayer features or anything like that?
Yeah, there was.
All that is...
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'll enjoy, probably. I mean, and I would like to try Diablo because I tried Path of Exile and I did enjoy it, but I just kind of fell out of the grind a bit. I mean, but I do want to try.
Maybe we'll give it a go.
Yeah, maybe we will.
Maybe we'll give it a go.
Also, Diablo 4 has an open world PvP section to it. So apparently, there'll be like an open world part of Diablo 4, which is going to be interesting to read more about.
Yeah,
see more about.
Definitely.
What do you think they could do in open world in Diablo?
I mean, I'm not a massive Diablo player. I've played a little bit of it, but so your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
I think it could be quite fun. I think it could be, this section where you get to
Diablo Battle Royale.
Like that. Huh?
Diablo Battle Royale?
Maybe.
It's a PvP area, so
this is Activision Blizzard now, so maybe they will want to do something like that. We do know that their focus right now is this kind of Call of Duty-esque style where you have like your main game and you're on your free play game and then your mobile game. So there was I don't think there was any mobile games announced this BlizzCon, but it's definitely coming.
Wasn't announced, but they spoke about the Diablo Immortal, which is the mobile game, and I didn't see anything. Did they show anything? I think
they did, but we weren't in. The way they did it this year was really strange because we missed out on quite a bit because it was split up into different channels.
Imagine being at a festival, but not actually being at a festival for your convenience, but then them making it like you're at a festival and you have to choose what you watch. That's what that was like.
I mean, at the earnings call earlier this year, they were saying, we are going to shift more into mobile for all our IPs, which include World of Warcraft. So I think we should expect more mobile titles coming from Blizzard, Activision Blizzard in the future. Right. Speaking about mobile, Hearthstone.
Oh yeah.
Who plays it?
There is a Hearthstone mobile game.
There is. Apparently, it's getting a whole new mode called Mercenaries. It's a roguelike mode with simultaneous combat. Yeah, it's basically
a roguelike card game.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff out there like something the Tower. Can't remember the name. It was really, really popular with streamers. Slay the Spire. That was it. It was Slay the Spire.
Slay the Spire. Oh, I actually know the name. Yeah,
it's very, very similar to Slay the Spire.
Oh, okay.
There's a new core set, whoopee, and there's a next expansion for people that still play it, which is called Forged in the Barrens, which is very Horde-like expansion. Whoopee. Right. And then the one game which everyone really wanted to see, Overwatch 2, wasn't there. They got a little bit of a look of Sojourn, impressive railgun. Whoever Sojourn. So Sojourn is the new character, the new hero for Overwatch 2. Blizzard is seriously reconsidering the roles of tanks in Overwatch. They might even go by a different name in the sequel. And hero passes will be implemented into Overwatch 2. Nothing for Overwatch 1, by the way. 0 for Overwatch 1. Nothing announced. Nothing, not even a whisper.
No, because they're expecting
they're
expecting Overwatch fans to just be buying the Celebrations pack and then just getting on with playing Overwatch while they continue making it. So they're obviously shifting all their focus then into Overwatch 2 only. Which is, I don't think that's such a bad thing. I just think that, the player base for Overwatch is not as big as it used to be.
They need to do something because Overwatch, whilst it might be popular for a lot of smaller streamers, it is dying very slowly.
It was never a game for me. I could play it in 1 hour chunks, and then after an hour, I had to stop.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about it. So
I think this BlizzCon overall, like TLDRing it, overall the BlizzCon was terrible. It was empty. I've just realised we failed to mention the funniest part of this actual convention.
Oh, we did, which is what we were talking about at the start of the show.
Yeah. But to recap of the games before we talk about that, WoW was obvious because they leaked it, and for me, it's just not worth it at this point anymore. Diablo is the only decent thing which I think caught my attention, and I'll probably definitely give 2 a go. Hearthstone, Overwatch, So overall,
did we get a date for 2 or no date?
Next year.
Hello, we're working on a lot of things, and none of them are available right now.
Nope, it'll be next year. They even said this in their earnings call because the investors are like, so Overwatch 2, do you think you're going to release this year? And they've gone, no, it's not planned for this year. We will probably be discussing this more at the end of the year. And the next earnings call, we have a more set of 2022.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which, I mean, people, I'm sure they're still battling with all of the COVID-19 stuff. So we have to
get onto the best part of the con.
Yes,
Twitch watchers of the BlizzCon was treated a very interesting rendition of Metallica.
Yes, and actually, I tuned in, just kind of watching, and I saw that Metallica were about to play on the stream, and I thought, I'll just turn the music on for a second because I wasn't listening to it at the time.
Yeah, I was on YouTube at the time.
I was a little bit surprised at what I heard, and it was very funny at that point because Metallica's.
If you've not seen it, there is a video out there.
I encourage you to go and enjoy it because it was. I think on YouTube, Metallica was playing the song, weren't they?
Yeah. It was just Metallica on YouTube.
Yeah, but on Twitch, they had muted the audio of Metallica's song and instead played some copyright-free Jingle Belly...
Plinky plonky music.
Plinky plonky music over the top of the entire show while they were still performing. So in the video, we were just watching Metallica but hearing some high quality copyright free music instead.
And you know, Twitch came out and they gave a reason for this. Do you want another reason?
Go on.
They didn't want to get DMCA'd.
Well, this is the thing, Lawrence. This is the thing. Metallica were one of the first people to start bringing copyright to the internet in terms of musical stuff.
It's their own fault.
They originally had a big thing with Napster. If you remember Napster, they were one of the people that really went down hard on Napster for.
Oh shit! Yeah, Napster. I remember Napster.
Yeah. So
God,
it just kind of comes all back round in a way. I'm sure Twitch probably don't want to be in a position where, they could get affected by Metallica, I guess, of all people. But you'd assume that they would have the rights to do it but obviously because Metallica, the song that they were performing might have been released on a label. Yeah. The label might not have given the rights to Blizzard specifically. Blizzard maybe haven't covered all the legal ground and Twitch just don't want to take the risk.
I wouldn't mind, but they start, you could hear it start in the first 40 seconds and then it just instantly cuts to a bloody funky music.
Yeah. There have been some funny some funny clips.
It's just it just sums up BlizzCon Online.
It
A
does
bloody
a bit, really.
sham.
Yeah.
Like even the big WoW streamers and YouTubers are gone. It was a bit empty. It was a bit shallow. It was a bit.
Yeah.
We're not ready yet. It's like,
Yeah.
if it's not ready, don't bloody do it.
Yeah, they chose to do it then.
Yeah,
The same with Nintendo. The same with Nintendo, which is we're going to go on to now. We're going to talk about Nintendo's Nintendo's Direct, because it's the first time that Nintendo have had a big Direct as well. For over 500 and I think it was 530 something days since the last
It's not like we're
big
counting.
Direct. I know people were counting. That's the only reason I kind of half remember the number.
There's a website for it.
And they had the point that people were making here was that it had been that long since a big Direct, and they chose to do a big Direct, and they didn't actually give us a lot. They gave us a lot of indie titles, which is nice for them to have a stage to.
There were one or two surprises, but they opened with Super Smash, and the characters from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. A lot of people going, it's Pyra and Mithra. All of us were like, who? What?
Yeah, if you're a Xenoblade fan, it's great. Anybody else? Not really.
Like, oh, okay.
We don't understand the story, and the video didn't really explain the story very well either.
Yeah, it's just more
So-
Xenoblade characters, and we're just like, oh, okay. I thought we were past this, but okay.
We were expecting a big Direct about Zelda's anniversary,
Yeah, and then to open with Smash straight away, just like, oh no.
and then lead us for 40 minutes through trailers for indie / Xbox ports, classic Xbox ports.
/ Animal Crossing, New Horizon, Mario items.
Well, that's a good one. That's a good one.
/ Mario Golf. Let's face it, was
That's
the
a
star
pretty
of the
good
show.
one.
It was the
Yeah.
star of the show, the Mario Golf. Let's face this now.
Legends of
Miitopia
Mara,
coming back.
Miitopia. Yes.
Fall Guys coming to Switch. Don't know why. It's coming to summer this summer.
Yeah.
Outer Wilds, which makes more.
Apparently, it's good.
Yeah, it is good. Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighbourville, which no one plays.
No one plays anymore, but it's just another Microsoft Nintendo esque.
It's an EA title.
Oh, is it an EA title?
It's EA title. Plants vs Zombies.
I always associated it with Xbox because at the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just felt very. Yeah. Anyway,
So they announced Neon White, which was the first-person anime thing, which we all was like, hang on, that looked like an RPG.
Yeah,
It's also
we had
coming to PC.
Tales from the Borderlands that looked horrible on the Switch.
Yeah. There was that multiple dodgeball game called Knockout City from EA again.
That was like EA's. That was like EA going, we can put a load of characters into a battle royale unique style game, and we'll make it about and maybe people will get into it. And the answer is no, we won't, because
and the answer was, how about no? There was like the RPG thing called World's End Club, which looked interesting. Samurai Warriors 5 was announced for the Switch. Saga Frontier Remastered, Hades, which everyone's got.
Everyone's already got.
Yeah, the only really standout ones for me personally was Project Triangle, which was the
come on
thing. What, that looked cool. Project Triangle.
Oh no!
What, that looked really cool and really nice.
It's the stupidest name.
Project Triangle Strategy.
Triangle strategy. There were
It's
no
not-
triangles in the trailer.
It's
There's no
not the name of the
triangles.
game. It's just the project name.
Listen,
It's just the
it was
project title.
absolutely
Leave it.
ridiculous. Oh my god!
Leave it, you bloody nerd.
You're the bloody nerd enjoying Project
I like
Triangle
my strategy RPGs.
It's bloody. It looked just like Octopath Traveler.
You don't come at me. You don't see me coming at you with your aquariums.
You leave my aquariums alone.
You leave my strategy RPGs alone. I know where you live. I'll come over.
Okay.
And then I'll give you a hug.
Please, it's been so long.
There was Star Wars Hunters, which was announced. That looked interesting. We didn't see much, but it looked interesting.
But the thing is with the Star Wars Hunters game is that it's an EA title that we've heard nothing about yet.
Yeah, I mean, there was Monster Hunter as well that was shown off. Big What else?
Well, we had the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity expansion pass,
which was literally just a load of skins.
And we had Eiji Onuma come out to announce that there was nothing to announce about Breath of the Wild 2 right now.
We know you're all expecting it, but we don't have anything to say. It's like
here's the translation. Here's the translation. Hello, I am Eiji Onuma. I am the producer of the Legend of Zelda series. I know we've spent 40 minutes showing you indie titles and trailers for games you're probably not that interested, as over 3 million people online are sat to watch our biggest direct in over 500 days on Zelda's anniversary to find out more about something to do with Zelda. Unfortunately, there's nothing to tell you about Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 right now.
It's the unfortunately which everyone just went, oh no.
It's when you see Eiji Onuma on a black background that you know it's not going to be good.
It's when you see him on a black background and goes, but we do have something, and then proceeds to show Skyward Sword HD, which everyone's gone, I'm sorry?
Most people's reaction was, this is not an HD remake of Skyward Sword.
This is Skyward Sword.
This is an upscaled port of Skyward Sword, where it looks like they've changed the textures on maybe Link and Zelda, but everything else, for what they've showed so far, because it's not coming out yet, they might still be developing it, but everything just looks like upscaled textures, not redesigned. I want to be excited about it, but at the same time,
I want more.
There are arguments that are like, you could play this version of the game right now as like on PC in an emulation because it is just an upscale.
Yeah. I mean, they have changed it so you can play with a controller now. So officially, they've changed it.
There's more to say about that because it's what they've alluded to is that you can use the buttons, but they only showed it in handheld mode. They didn't show or mention you being able to use the controller or a pro controller in docked mode, which from history, we had Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. They did the same thing, but you couldn't use a pro controller for the game if it was docked. You could only use it in kind of buttons mode if it was in handheld mode. And so that's worrying because we obviously want to see it.
I mean, Pokemon Let's Go was done by the Pokemon Company, which they're notoriously lacking. Let's face it, they lack just everything at this point. And this was done by the Zelda Company. I think there might be a bit more willing.
Well, you can see where the worry is though, because they, Skyward Sword HD was a Wii title that it does make perfect sense to play it the same way on the Switch with the Joy-Cons, because you would use the Wiimote and the nunchuck as the sword and shield.
Yeah.
So, but that's why it's worrying, because as that is the preferred way to play the game, people want the option, but they might not give it. What they did give, however, was a Skyward Sword Switch Joy-Con set available, which doesn't come with the game.
No.
Bear in mind that when Skyward Sword released, it was like $70 or something, but you got a Wiimote, a limited edition Wiimote, and the soundtrack bundled in with the game in one package. And in this instance, it doesn't look like we're getting a package like that. It looks like if you want the game, it's $60. If you want the Joy-Cons, it's another $60, $70.
So that's modern Nintendo. That's what they do.
It is, but it's just a comparison to
how they used to be to when we had was it Iwata?
Yeah. Well, Eiji Onuma was still the producer of the Legend of Zelda series at that point, and so is all the core team is still
he
there.
He doesn't decide what packages go out and stuff like that.
No, I'm assuming not. I don't know who's in charge, but you're right. It is the way Nintendo do things now, just in general with a lot of things. It's just a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
But it's the first announcement. It's only the first thing.
I expect there to be a lot more announcement for Zelda this year. We did have a few other games which came out, which kind of flew underneath the radar for a lot of people at the Direct.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the Ninja Gaiden Mastery Collection, which I was very excited for.
Oh, yeah.
Ninja Gaiden coming back out. No More Heroes 3. Legend of Mana remake.
No more heroes at all, please. That's my my input.
No more heroes.
Just no more heroes.
Legend of Mana remake, which I am very excited for because I played the original Legend of Mana, and it was.
Oh yeah,
it's one of my earliest memories on the SNES.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking forward to picking that up again. And I think that was really it. You're
missing the biggest
Am I?
thing that they show. Yes, Splatoon 3.
That's how little I care about Splatoon.
Was shown at the very end of the presentation, and if I'm going to be honest with you, it looked like
it looks
DLC
exactly the
for
same.
2.
It looks exactly
it
the
didn't
same.
look like anything worth being interested in at this point.
Because a lot of people say, "Oh, is it single player?" Because it looked single player, and I was like, "If it's single player, I'll pick it up and play it." But nope, it looks still multiplayer. I mean, Football Manager's got more features added than bloody Splatoon 3. And that's saying something.
We are going to have to just see what happens. We're just going to have to see what they're going to show. I mean, I'm sure they're going to bring in new guns and new mechanics and all that stuff, but they were trying to do a bit of a story thing, and I don't know. It was strange.
It just seems very disappointing overall, really.
Yeah.
It's more disappointed than excited. Like, we got more excited over when Sephiroth got announced at Smash. That reveal was mad. And then to go from that to this is like, oh.
Yeah, I think that they were focusing on, like, showing a bit more of a potential story for Splatoon 3, but I was not really... I don't think we saw anything... We saw a fish that looked like he was having some problems.
We saw a fish!
We saw a struggling fish on a train.
It's fish, guys. It's fine. Confirmed.
Hopefully we'll have more to see for Zelda. That's really the only things I care about. The rest of the Direct was a bit of a pass for me.
I think it was just a pass for everyone. I mean, it was just very...
And we did celebrate this week, 2 days ago. It was the 21st. The 21st was Zelda's official anniversary. So we did celebrate that, and I had a good time enjoying everybody talking about Zelda online. It was nice, actually, to see and feel like part of that. But I think that's going to wrap us up for Nintendo for this week, which means we're at the end of the show, Lawrence, for this week.
It is. We've survived another week.
We should be able to come out of full lockdown within a month or so. So hopefully we might be able to see each other.
4 podcasts we've got to get through.
In about 3 or 4 podcasts, we might be able to actually see each other in person for once.
Ooh.
Not sure if we can record together, but we might be able to go outside
technically
together.
This is work now.
It's not, is it?
It's a lot of damn work for me, that's for sure.
But anyway, we hope that you enjoyed today's episode of the Get Real Gaming Podcast. If you did,
you can let us know on the Twitter and on the Insta and on the Facebook at Get Real Pod, or you can email us at getrealgaming@gmail.com.
You can let us know what you thought of the Nintendo Direct and BlizzCon there, and what you think of the show this week. So,
I got no bingo cards. I'm very disappointed in you all. Go to your room.
We had no bingo cards.
I had to make my own up.
You had to make your own, did you?
I won £1. It was great.
That's it. You spend like 20 quid and then you'll get £1 back.
Yeah, it was fantastic though. I did have to stand up and shout bingo. It was fun. It's fantastic.
Right. We'll see you next week, guys. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.